In this Europa Universalis 4 video, we will be playing as Uesugi, one of the strongest Japanese daimyos with 3 starting provinces. We will be uniting Japan, but instead of rushing it, we'll pay most of our attention to stay at the top of our game technology and stability wise. Let's see if we can turn Uesugi and eventually Japan into a huge colonial empire with the help of some special vassals and idea policies. I've been meaning to do a video in the Japanese region for a while now. You guys seem to like these videos where I play in Asia, even though I don't play here that much. The first time I did a video for one of the daimyos, and the only time I did one, was playing as Takeda, which is definitely not the best starting nation here, as their ideas are focused on cavalry, and cavalry early on is quite useless, it's way too expensive. So I was thinking between Uesugi and Oda because of their insane military ideas, but I've decided to choose Uesugi, as we have a better start economically, we have 3 provinces and a decent economy from the beginning. Now, just to make this clear, this won't be us trying to speedrun forming Japan or uniting Japan. We'll try to play safely and create stable and a strong country. So this means we not only will be going into conquest wars with Sengoku CB, but also we will use humiliate rival CB to do show strengths. So I would estimate that we will unite Japan by around 1470s or 1480s, which is much slower than you would usually do. Our estate setup is going to be super simple. We're going to take +1 mana points for all 3 of the estates. For Bushi, we will also take Bushi officer rights. And not just yet, but later on we will probably also take indebted to the merchant guild loans. For now, we can just seize lands and we can take our general, which in this case is not too bad. We got free shock. We will be recruiting the free company. And now, in the first wars, we won't be expanding, so it's important to select good rivals. We want to select ones that don't have too many alliances and they don't have annoying forts. Like Hatekayama, for example, they have a level 3 fort here, so it will take 9 regiments wars to siege this. So for me personally, it seems like the best rivals will be Shiba, Takeda, and also Date, as they only have 1 alliance and no forts. And now it is the 11th of December, so we can start our first war. I think Takeda is gonna be the easiest one. Let's go, humiliate rival. We can instantly kill their 2000 units, and they won't be able to recruit more. There we go, that's nice. We also get a yearly army tradition decay -1%. And we got a morale damage trade for our ruler, which is really good. Next, we just leave 1 unit here, and we can go after our other buddy over here. Piece him out as quick as possible, probably just take their money or something like that. He's trying to run away, but there's nowhere to run, my boy. We're here to serve justice. We can try and build some spy network to make these sieges a little bit quicker. And we can boost our stability once. So I didn't even check if we had advisors, but we do have in this case morale of armies and discipline. I might take one of these a bit later on. Right now we're doing good as it is. But for the more difficult wars, it would be nice to have these bonuses, you know. Look at that. 6 free air. Don't mind if I do. So Ishiki, we will just peace out for their money. And we're gonna show strength to Takeda, giving us 100 of each monarch points, unlocking the humiliate rivals requirement for the age of discovery, and of course giving us tons of prestige and power projection. Now we can do another war versus Shiba and Oda. Once again, humiliate rival, crush Oda first. There we go, destroyed. Rinse and repeat. We're gonna leave 1 unit, we're gonna chase out these boys. My boy thinks he's fast. Get wrecked, dude. So hopefully these sieges are fast enough, because I have scouted our next war already, and that would be Ogasawara if we're fast enough, because even though it's not going to be a humiliate rival war, it's still a good one as it's basically free land. So I think I'm gonna start building a couple of additional galleys. It's gonna make some of these wars quicker, as we can then blockade the coasts and of course make the sieges quicker. Love events like this, love it, absolutely love it. 3 points. We have negative prestige. How about we take patronage of the arts? This is gonna help us out. Thank you so much for the money, Oda. There we go. Beautiful. So many points, boys. So many points. We can take level 4 Diplo right now. And we can set new rivals. Oh, our boy expanded. Ogasawara. Alright. But you know what? Even though these guys are our rivals, I will still go for an expansion war. Let's make it a mix. We won't need to do like infinite humiliate rival wars anyways. So let's take some land from these boys. Be gone. Be gone. It's time to start expanding or killing everybody around us at a faster rate. So I'm gonna take indebted to the merchant guild loans. I'm gonna go ahead and hire an advisor. Let's go for the discipline one. We're about to have level 4 military. Let's get, you know, like 1 samurai unit. There we go. Level 4. We are much stronger right now, so we can go to this province right here in Uzen. We're gonna declare our second war, and this time it's gonna be versus Date, Ando, and Hatakayama. Only Hatakayama has 4,000 soldiers over here, and the rest of the boys are sitting in these two provinces at the north point of Japan. Oh, he's actually joining us. Okay, anyways, we can go and do this. We're gonna meet him over here. The boys are not even helping out. He's completely wiped. We just need to regain a little bit of morale now, and we're gonna go after 5,000 here. Date has 3,000 and Ando 2,000. This guy won't be able to recruit any more soldiers. And remember, we are level 4. The rest of these boys are level 3, so our armies are like insanely more strong than them. Demolished, boys. And here's our lovely first expansion as well. Giving us a nice chunk of crown lands too, because we only had a few privileges granted and our state influence is quite low. So we went from 5 to 12%. Oh, here we go. Additional admin points, thank you. First naval battle. Going well, going well. Fortunately, we didn't steal ships. Let's take level 4 admin now as well. So it's super weird, but the province of Date was taken by Nanbu. So now our main target is actually Hatekayama, but we can still show strength, so everything is well. We just need to siege down a harder province with level 3 fort now. So, the Kyotoku incident. We don't need to lose the stability and fight the rebels to get a little bit of permaclaims. I think we're good, and +1 stability is going to be much more useful. So let's take the second option here. This took a while, 1,110 days, but we finally got the fort. Holy crap. Show strength. Now we can grab more crown lands this way. I'm gonna quickly also develop this province to complete our agenda. Here we go. 18%, super nice. And we can continue fighting. Now we just need to set new rivals, and we have tons of options. How about Nambu? Toki is gonna be a nice one. And maybe Imagawa. Reduce a little bit of our autonomy. Hopefully our army force limit is gonna increase. Yeah, it's 7 now instead of 6. We're losing tons of money, and this is mainly because of army maintenance, as we are above our force limit. But this is needed to siege down level 3 forts. Maybe you kind of wait worse with these nations that have these, but you know. So let's humiliate Nambu this time. Whoa, that's pretty damn good. For 17 decades, we can get 0.50 yearly prestige until 1501. That's for 50 years. And once again, we're ready to do a tiny bit of an expansion. We're gonna do this triple war right here. These guys got wrecked. Now we go over here, wreck these guys. Get destroyed, fools. And as such, they are wiped. Because all of their lands are right next to each other, it's gonna be super easy dealing with this. We just keep a little bit of soldiers until we finish our first siege. And now we can also complete the Bushido Code mission, as we have at least 40 army tradition. This is gonna give us 1.5% discipline for 20 years. 60 mil points for free. Lovely events keep happening. Okay, this is done. Tons and tons of points. And boys, Renaissance is enabled. We do have provinces which we can develop relatively cheaply. Farmlands and grasslands over here. Let's expand infrastructure, and let's start developing this province right next to our capital. We're focusing Diplo and mill points, as we need to save as many admin points as possible for our ideas. There's a little bit of a rebel problem. Gonna take care of that real quick. Also, let's finish developing this. Here we go. Last couple of development points. A little bit of admin, and we have Renaissance. Our last fort has been occupied. The war's done. Now what we can do is take a couple of loans. We repay our old 16 ducat loans. Also, this is nice. We are up to 24% crowns. We will now take new indebted to the merchant guild loans, which are much bigger. And for just 64 ducats, we can instantly embrace Renaissance. With the rest of the cash, we're gonna repay these lower amount loans. Maybe get like one additional samurai, set new rivals, and we will continue our wars. This time, we only have a couple of options. I think we can go for Imagawa next. Gonna queue up a couple more galleys. Let's maybe even get a couple more transports too. The best thing, guys, is that they are still level 3, so it's like us being a knife and going through butter. Damn, free development. Don't mind if I do. Well, you tried to escape, you tried, but we got you. Nowhere to run, get wiped. This had to happen, right? This is my arch nemesis of an event. Poor government policies. Stability or recovery from progress. Oh man, and this is such a bad timing. There's nothing we can do about it. Hey, thankfully we don't need to finish these sieges. We can get a wide peace with Hatekayama, which I'm fine with. More money, please. The Vaku Pirates and the Bahan Trade event. Now this is important because these events allow us to select which path we want to go with. Open or isolationist, and we want to move towards isolationist because eventually it will allow us to have minus 10% development cost reduction. So in this case, instead of losing 25 admin points, we're investing a little bit more, but it's military and diplomatic, which is just fine. I believe this will be our last show strength where from now we can just start expanding more rapidly because we already have level 5 admin and it's only 1456. We also have Renaissance, of course. Now we can unlock our first ideas. It really depends on your playstyle and what you want to do. You can go like crazy military-wise, start invading everybody, you know, conquer China, conquer Korea, Indochina, you name it. But I kind of want to go with exploration. I rarely, you know, do colonial campaigns, and it's nice change of pace, you know. So let's unlock our first idea, Quest for the New World, which allows recruitment of explorers and conquistadors. Now we just need to get 2 more light ships and we can begin exploring. Also, because we have grown by at least 2 states, we have completed the mission Expand the Coca, giving us yearly prestige and yearly legitimacy for 20 years. It's time now for us to once again summon the Diet, and we will be seizing lands. Now our estates will be super disloyal, so you know we will have a little bit of rebel problem, but it's really temporary. I think after our next war I will be granting more privileges so that we have equilibrium of at least 50% and we will no longer need to deal with these rebels and negative modifiers with the disloyal estates. Since we got a 50% cheaper advisor from an event, I will definitely be hiring this one. And there we go, our truce with Ando is over. This is the nation that I wanted to attack next. Gonna be a big expansion, we just need to defeat Yamana first. Let's go, boys. They have 4,000 soldiers here, which we can instantly wipe. They make things so much easier for us, bro. Oh, we didn't wipe them. What the hell, bro? Anyways, while we're fighting here, let's get ourselves an explorer, shall we? And you boys go on a mission. We already have a level 5 military. Oh man, okay, that's a lot of rebels. I hate that, bro. We need to wipe these guys as soon as possible because they're actually stealing our crown lands. With them occupying just this one province, we lost like 4% of crown lands. Here we go, reactions to the Voku. We can once again move towards the isolationist path, and all countries within the naval range will get plus 50 opinion with us. Alright, we also finally got this fort. We should be able to take some money. It's just a tiny bit, but better than nothing. Full annexation in this front, which now puts us at around 27% crown lands, and you know we can go ahead and grant some additional privileges. Let's go for supremacy over the crown, oversight, promote merchant guilds bookkeeping, trade power, and I'm leaving one slot because we will take colonial privileges a little bit later. A little bit of a time frame where we have peace, we cannot attack anyone right now, but it's good because we do have some rebels popping up, so we're cleaning them up right now. There we go, we are unlocking our first colonist. We can select the native policy. Let's go for native repression so we can set up these colonies as quick as possible. And now let's take additional privileges with native assimilation plus 50%. We can take colony cost modifier. And last but not least, settler chance and global settlers increase. Now the first thing we really want to do with our colonies is move towards the Spice Islands and get either Taidori or Ternate as one of our vassals. Our colonial range right now is so garbage that there's no way we can reach it right quick. First, we need to set a checkpoint of some sort. So in this case, Tamsui is where we can set up our first colony. It would look that Guam is like even closer, but it's actually not with how the range works. It's 328 distance away. While to this province, we can actually send our boys. I think I'm gonna just bring our mercenaries there. I really cannot afford to keep any soldiers here right now, so I'm just gonna provoke these guys, clean this area up so we can have all of our soldiers in Japan. Looks like we can select our second government reform finally after some setbacks. We're gonna go for the national tax modifier. Now it's time for a war versus Hatekayama and Hosokawa, in which we will take a bunch of land. Total war score cost for all of Hosokawa provinces is 100%. Now we pretty much need to pray that they don't develop anything during the war, otherwise we won't be able to full annex them, which would kinda suck, not gonna lie. I love the fact that these guys deleted their fort, it makes things so much easier for us. We can actually even barrage this fort, this level 1 fort. Pirate Stronghold in Rikuzen. This is our third event, which allows us to move towards open or isolationist paths. The last option makes us lose stability. I don't want it, so I'll go with the second one. This way we get an admiral too. It's not too bad. The Wako Pirates incident has been ended, and we get a sweet modifier with provincial trade power plus 20% until 1512. Nice, we have all their forts occupied, so they're doomed. They're getting wiped left and right. The bad news is that these bastards in the meantime obviously developed one of their provinces, so their total war score cost is 101%. Honestly, screw these guys. But Shoni, on the other hand, does not have a truce with them, so if we leave them with just one tiny province, they might be inclined to declare a war and just finish them off. So hopefully this is gonna work out the way we want it to work. Oh my god, our ruler is so good. He also got global settlers increase. This is insane. Hey, we're also annexing Hatekayama, full annexation, thank you very much. Oh nice, look at that. Shoni actually did declare this war as intended. Alright, so we will be able to eat them up next. We will do this quadruple war with Yamana, Tsutsui, and So, but we first should wait until they get that. In the meantime, we can continue killing the rebels. We can already get a level 6 military. How good is that, boys? How good is that? New cavalry units. Colonial range is much higher, so we can explore even North America because we unlocked our third idea given plus 50% colonial range. Nice, we can get one more samurai. Our force limit also increased. Whenever we want to, we can start our golden era. As we have discovered America, we have a large city, we have humiliated rivals, so lots of these objectives are completed, but we're gonna do this just before taking level 7 admin technology, because then we can use that golden era to unlock 2 idea groups at the same time. And boys, it's time for our quadruple war now. Love these national decisions, man. More colonial range, free explorer. Then we can also take a general or a conquistador with 90 tradition, boys. Man, check this out now. That's a general, boys. 154 ducats, monopoly company formed. Yeah, so far we have been really lucky with the events. I'm loving this. Tons of money. Loan amount is 115 ducats, so it's also time to fix our economy. Once again, reinvest with the loans, repay the old ones. And by doing this, we are now at 6 loans and positive balance, while also running a large army up to our force limit. Oh my god, these guys stopped our exploration fleet. Screw you, bro. Time to die, my friend. Time to die. Instantly wiped 11,000 soldiers. That's how powerful we are right now with our insane generals. That's it. There's only 2 more nations left in Japan. And we have finished our first colony. Lovely stuff. With our colonial range, we can set one up right between Ternate and Taidori. There's only 500 natives there, so we can send a couple of soldiers, you know, we're gonna be fine. I might even just send my mercenaries because I'm gonna disband them right afterwards as they have no more manpower left. Time to focus on admin points, we will need these the most. Let's also upgrade our production efficiency guy, which is 50% cheaper. I would definitely be hunting for inflation reduction so that we could get radical reforms, but it's just really good for us because this guy is so cheap. So we still have a truce with this guy for 3 years, so we'll just, you know, chill for now. Tons of rebel factions, we have stuff to do. We can finish scoring our stuff, we can start reducing autonomy, you know. No problem, no need to rush. We also really don't need to have all of these forts, for example the ones in grasslands, just delete them. They're costing us money for no reason. I think we can keep the fort here in the hills, it's quite nice. Also a good time to build up a stronger navy. Let's get more transports and a few more galleys because we will need to fight some sea battles very soon. Oh, our boy has been annexed, didn't even notice. So it's done, we only need to declare a war on the emperor. And we can do that right now, boys. Just pay a little bit of stability, we can restore that right quick, improve our rank to a kingdom, and demolish our former overlords. And as such, we also have become one of the great powers. Yeah, I will pay priority to the rebels. These guys are super annoying. Get off my property, boys. I think we just stole a few ships because we have 25 ships now. Super nice. Looks like we don't even need to finish the siege, we can just full annex them. We will prevail, Uesugi will be the leader of the new shogunate. Government reform has been abolished because now we have a new one. We are a shogunate ourselves now. When political supremacy mission has been completed, which grants us 50 prestige, which is converted into each type of monarch points because we are at the maximum prestige right now. We also get permaclaims on South and Eastern Korea areas. Unite Japan mission will give us permaclaims on Okinawa. Let's select our naval doctrine, which we could go for this unique one, Atakebuni, if I'm pronouncing this right. Morale of navies and heavy ship combat ability, but I prefer to go with galley combat ability and later on switch it out to ship trade power. Our new rivals will be Korea, it can be Khmer and Oirat as well. Now it really depends on how you want to play. You can stay as a shogunate and, you know, abuse that mechanic, have a vassal swarm, but I prefer not to abuse it and just form Japan. We will obtain new missions, abolish the shogunate government reform, get 100 of each monarch points, permaclaim on Japan region, new traditions and ambitions, increase samurai force limit, and obviously we can exchange our Uesugi ideas to the new Japanese ideas. Now this really also depends on which daimyo you started as. For example, if you start as Oda, you might want to keep the Oda ideas, as I believe they might be stronger than the Japanese ones apart from settlers increase. So what I'm gonna do is form Japan, and I'm going to take the new ideas as I think they are better than the Uesugi ones. Our new Japanese ideas will give us stab cost modifier minus 10%, discipline plus 5%, national manpower modifier plus 20%, samurai force limit plus 15%, national unrest reduction, we have technology cost reduction, ship durability, yearly prestige, global settlers plus 20, and aggressive expansion impact minus 15%. So mostly I chose these because of the global settlers increase. We're going for a colonial campaign, so it's going to be quite nice. For our tier 1 government reform, let's go with Eastern Plutocracy this time. This enables Merchant Republic mechanics, allows plutocratic idea group, which I plan to get later on. We will be able to place trade posts, create trade leagues, trading cities. We get an additional merchant and some other buffs. Let's also restore our color, which means we're turning into this red color. I don't like the white one, so this is going to look better. And yeah, this is super late to form Japan, 1472. However, we did it in a really stable way. We have decent economy, reasonably low inflation with 8%, low war exhaustion, we have plus stability, decent crownlands with over 20%. We already have established a colony and we are establishing our second one with free exploration ideas unlocked. We have level 5s for Diplo and Admin and level 6 military, doing really good with the monarch points because we did so many humiliate rival CB wars, I cannot really even count them now. And we only have 5 loans. Now, I will take one more because we are completely out of manpower. We will be getting the free company and we will use these units to fight some nations right here, which I talked about previously. That's right, we can select also our second ability for Age of Discovery. This time we're going for high developed colonies. Essentially, this will allow us for every new finished colony to have additional free development. So guys, it's time for war. We're gonna declare a war on Taidori and Maguindanao. First off, invade these boys. We might go after Korea after this one, so I'm gonna start building spy network so we can have higher siege ability. And of course we also have Orochoni, they ate up Ainu, so we will also need to fight these boys. They have an alliance with Haishi and they also have a vassal, so it's a bit difficult, you know, but we'll deal with that. We are nearly maxed out with mill points. We badly need to unlock our second idea group and then we can go for a military one. Until then, I'm just gonna develop our cheapest provinces. Obviously, we would get Comet sighted. Wouldn't be our luck if we didn't. But here we go. We can annex Taidori now, and we can release them as a new vassal. This means we have positive relations with them, and obviously we got these guys because of their mission tree. What we need to do now is help them defeat Ternati, which is gonna allow them to complete the mission, defeat our rival, and the event The Spies Must Flow will happen, allowing these guys to colonize provinces around them. So it's gonna be a nice little colonial subject for us. Oh boy, that's 22,000 rebels. Okay. Yeah, we kinda need the Grand Company, boys. We kinda need it. We're gonna repay our loans once again so that we don't have that bad of a economic situation and get some decent mercenaries. We can make another colony. This time I'm gonna make one right next to Sambas, as these guys have a gold mine which we can snatch. Then our boys over here. We are gonna start our golden era just a tiny bit earlier than expected because I still want to get this 4 innovativeness from military technology. So we started right now. We take this a little bit cheaper and then we might as well start investing more into exploration ideas. Nice, we have the claim on Ternati, which means we can start up this war with Luwu Ternati. Do we go for Kutai? Nah, I'm not gonna co-belligerent these guys, so let's just avoid that. Onamusha in the Edo period. Not gonna read all that. I'm sorry. We can get a 4-6-4-2 general, insanely good, 6 shock and 2 siege. Or we can get 20 prestige, which we convert into each type of monarch points, and our ruler will get 1 diplo point. I'll take the diplo point simply because we can get good generals anyways. National unrest -2 from our national decisions is gonna be super nice, as well as 10% settler chance. Alright, here we go. This war is done. So we can go ahead and bring our boys back. And we're of course just giving this province over to our vassal. Enjoy, buddy. He completed his mission and instantly he's starting to colonize Buru. this stupid crap again. We're losing over reform. And because we're rocking so many mercenaries, we're also losing a sizable amount of money. We don't want to have this happen forever, but I still want to use these mercenaries a little bit. I'm gonna quickly provoke these few rebel factions, and once we defeat them, we're gonna start a war versus Korea so that we can use our mercenaries instead of our manpower. And boys, we finally have level 7 admin. Normally, since you're going for a colonial game, you would want to pick expansion ideas, but this time we're going with plutocratic simply because we have tons of mill points without really a good use for them. So we're taking plutocratic. This is gonna help with our economy. It's also quite a nice military idea, you know, you get morale of armies and stuff. And I might even skip expansion. Now that I think about it, I kinda wanna go in for a structure so we can mix colonial with playing tall. Because once you finish this together with exploration ideas, you get colony development boost, basically the same modifier that you get from Age of Discovery bonus, giving you free additional development on all of your colonies. And guys, I think it's time to invade Korea because we have a massive advantage over them right now. Our armies are so much stronger. That's it, let's go. It's gonna be a conquest of Gyeongju. We have enough transports, transport our biggest stack over there instantly. Could be able to easily dominate their navy. They only have 23 ships as well. Barrage, let's go. Oh damn, free explorer or conquistador. Let's check what we have here. He's not that good, you know, he's not that good. Our boy is so finished. It's Highlands. Should we fight here? I think we can just bait him out. We don't need to engage right now. Finished exploration ideas. Here we go, his navy is getting destroyed. Good stuff, boys. We're nearly done with the siege of their capital. There we go, and now we get the event Tripitaka Koreana. So Korea has this modifier giving them monthly splendor +1, institution spread +100%, and religious harmonization speed +10%. We are going to remove it from their capital and bring it to Kyoto. Yoinked. Let's boost our stability once. It's super cheap right now, only 73 points. And guys, we can already finish this war by taking Southern and Eastern Korea states from these boys. Thank you very much. Really appreciate your gifts, my boy. Let's core it all up. We can get rid of some of the mercenaries. I will keep the Grand Company. Now, if we reduce our autonomy everywhere as well and repay like one of our loans, reduce the inflation a tiny bit, our economy is decent, it's manageable. Most importantly, we are growing at a really good rate. We can get even more crown lands, so we're up to 35% now. We're obviously gonna continue colonizing. We're gonna bully these nations in East Indies, especially this nation over here. We need to get a claim, so I'm gonna start building spy network. We're gonna continue working on plutocratic ideas. Next, unlock infrastructure. We'll need to fight Korea at least 1 or 2 more times. Depends on if anyone else will attack them or not, because they have over 100% war score cost for all the provinces. Then we probably the next war might be versus Orochoni. We still need to take their land. And of course, we're gonna keep an eye on the mandate. When the mandate is low, we're going to invade Ming too. But that we can do in the second part, considering if you guys wanna see it. And if you do, then let's get 1.2 thousand likes on this video. If we get that amount, that tells me that you do want to see it, and we'll get to that second part as soon as possible. But for now, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this Japan run. That's something different in our channel because we rarely play these Asian nations, you know. So make sure to click the like button, subscribe, leave a comment, and I will see you next time.